for Christmas and some more mouth-watering meals. Have a good weekend.
It's crunch time, that all-important big buck game at midday here on BBC One. We could be in for a thrilling moment at 12:25 when Eric Knowles volunteers to try on a Victorian women's bathing costume. And then the weather show meets globe-trotting survival expert Ray Mears at 10:1.
Traffic jams, diversions, delays, more delays. You're looking at 2 hours, easy. Every single night. If they sorted everything out, I'd be home in half an hour.
Roads right now, you almost.
But what fun would that be?
Very much does. Well, it's the usual Friday nightmare. Friday nights, yeah.
By the way, you were a naughty girl yesterday. I was listening to the Johnny Walker show.
What did I do?
Well, Phil Collins was on. You were flirting with him like mad, weren't you?
I could not help myself.
Traffic cones. I love them.
Loud enough to crack your crockery now on BBC One. It's Ainsley.
Welcome to Can't Cook, Won't Cook, Britain's favourite morning cookery show. I'm Ainsley Harriott and we like to move it. We like to do it. We like to move it, especially in the pan. Oh, yes, we do. So, let's meet the first couple who wants to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this morning Karen. Hello, Karen.
Hello,
how you doing?
Ainsley.
And Julie Wrighton,
Hiya.
who are sisters from North London.
That's right.
Wonderful. And do you go around to each other's house very much, and sort of, especially your sister's house, to eat her cooking?
Yeah, and babysit for her.
Yeah, but
Yes.
she don't do nothing for you.
No.
Shall we see what you said about her this morning? Let's have a look at this. Have a look over there.
Karen is a wonderful sister, a wonderful auntie and a wonderful veterinary nurse, but she's hopeless in the kitchen. If you give her a tin of dog food, she'll be fine, work wonders with it, but give her anything that's fit for human consumption and she'll make it unfit. So, Ainsley, you are my last hope.
Oh, lovely. Hey, so you can't cook at all, really, can you? You do try, though, didn't you?
I tried my hardest, but
yeah, because you've been known to pull the odd sort of pizza out the freezer and throw it in the frying pan and see what happens there. What happened? It just melted away, didn't it?
Yes, it certainly did.
It wasn't very good.
No.
Hey, you don't need to worry about that, because Ainsley's here to encourage you to do all sorts
you.
of things. Hey, you could be a bit different. You could be like your sister this morning and create a culinary delight. Are you up for that?
I am certainly.
Yeah, go on. Say, I'm going to give it to her, Ainsley.
I'm going to give it to her, Ainsley.
Oh, yes, she is. So let's meet the second couple who wants to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Well done. That's lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this morning in the Red Kitchen, Sharon Greener. Hello, Sharon.
Hey,
welcome to the show, my darling. And Lindsay McCarthy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm
welcome
fine,
to the show. Now, you're both best friends from Tyne and Wear. Yeah, very good indeed. Now, what about your cooking ability? Is it any good?
Sort of. My mum's a chef, so...
Yeah. So have you picked up
enough.
a few skills? Because we get lots of people on the show, I have to say, that, you know, though their parents are particularly good cooks, they don't cook at all, but you've inherited...
I try.
Some of those skills you try.
I try.
Hey, but what about her? She don't try. Shall we have a look what you said about her? Oh, she weren't very kind. Have a look at this.
Well, Lindsay, the reason I brought Sharon here today is that she really can't cook. She once made me breakfast after a night out with ready brick, but she made it with cold water. But she can't cook spaghetti bolognese, but I'm really, really sick of it. Please, Ainsley, I need your help.
Hey.
Oh, I'm good.
After a night out, you go home one of those cereals and you pour cold water on it, eh?
Couldn't be helped.
It couldn't be helped because you've been drinking something, else, probably some vodka or something. You didn't know what you were pouring in. Oh, just a little bit. What do you like? I mean, I've got all the business down here for you. I mean, you've tried all sorts of things, haven't you? To attempt to cook. So it proves you've got the ability in there. You want to have a go, didn't you?
I do.
Yeah, look at her. She does. Do you think she's capable, though?
We'll see.
We'll see. You're not too sure, are you?
I'm scared.
Hey, do you want to sock it to her?
Come on,
With
then.
the food, love, with the food, what's she like? Let's play Can't Cook, Won't Cook! All right, put your hats on there. Hey, there you go. I've got all my bits down there. Very, very nice indeed. OK, girls, you're looking very pretty. Karen and Sharon, come a little bit closer to Ainsley, because underneath my cloche here, girls, is something that I want you both to try and recreate today. Feast your eyes on this. Oh, isn't that lovely? I mean, it just bursts out at you, doesn't it? Because it's got all those wonderful flavours, and not only that, colours too. Feeding the eyes, that's what it's all about. What we've got here is lovely crispy cod and champ. Champ, you can see there, is that beautiful potato. We've got some lovely spring onions going through it. I'm going to show you how to cook that delightful cabbage, and it's got that lovely smoky bacon flavour in there. Not only that, we've got that crispy bit of fish on the top with a beautiful drizzling of a white wine, creamy white wine and shallot and chive sauce over the top there. Have a little sniff at that and say, Ainsley.
Ainsley. Ainsley.
Let's rattle those pots and pans!
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, they were very, very nice indeed. Now, girls, what have we got here? Think about it.
Spuds.
What have we got here?
Spuds.
Spuds?
Chatties. Potatoes.
Oh, chatties, potatoes. Absolutely. Now, all we're doing is we're going to be cutting those up, but something slightly different here. We're going to be keeping the skin on, because all that lovely nutritiousness that you get in potatoes often is only skin deep, and so many people just peel it and throw it away. So we're going to incorporate that, and certainly show you how to incorporate that into the mash. So girls, very simple. Look what Ainsley's doing here. Look at the knife technique. That is fairly stable there, but I want to cut through the other end. So I'm cutting a bit off there, then I'm turning it till it's flat, and then cutting down. Again on the side there, then cutting through, and then all we're going to do is cut that up into pieces like that. Can you do that for me? All right then, there we are. Take a bit off first. That's it, nice and controlled. Turn it over. Nice style there, Sharon. Fingers, look, that's it. Let me show you. That's it, Kat. Fingers over the top like this, my darling. Let me show you. See, like that? You've got the knife there. Look at that. The knife goes in here, over the top there, pushing down, so it's not going to go anywhere. If you're that side, it can slip. Pushing down onto the board, and then all the way through. OK? Right, now, lovely. That's it, Karen. That's very nice indeed. You cut that end off, did you?
Yes.
You like it standing up like a little soldier.
Whoops.
And walking down the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter, my darling.
Okay.
It's all about
I'm
food.
thinking now.
Once again, it's just taking that off so it's nice and stable for you there. Cutting through, yeah?
Right.
And then even if you want to do that, 2 cuts, turning that around and just cutting through nice and slowly, all right? Nice little dice pieces, all the potato, including the skin for me. OK, girls, you can take that lid off now. You can take that lid off. Right, that's it. And look very gently. Now, look what Ainsley's doing here, girls. Look into there to the water, in and out away. I don't want any splashes or any burns. In and out. In, out. That's it, my darling. That's it, just dropping those in. You could put them on a plate and slide them off, but there and out. Very, very simple. No burns, nothing like that. In and out. Very, very nice indeed. That's it. Putting a little bit of salt in the water there. That's it, just... Little bit of water. You've got your salt pepper there. That's it, your salt cruet there. That's it, a little bit of Susie's salt inside there. There you go, girls. Very, very nice indeed. Let Ainsley just grab hold of his cloth here. Now, what we're going to move on to next is our wok. You all know what the wok is. It's this one here. It's a slightly little bottom there that's just very, very narrow, and it opens up nice and wide, which is very good for tossing and stuff like that. Nice and controlled heat there. That's what we're looking for. OK, there you go. Getting that slightly hottish. OK, then I'd like you to pull your olive oil out of your wells for me. The olive oil. Oh, beautiful. Oh, really operatic this morning, aren't they? Hey, we're going to have some fun. Very, very nice indeed, girls. And that's going to be followed by 3 ounces here of bacon. You know, lardons, ladies and gentlemen, you can buy these already snipped inside packets in your supermarket or in your grocery store, but if not, you can just buy bits of streaky bacon. Indeed, if you've got a butcher there, he'll probably cut them up in nice little pieces for you off a nice little bacon joint, which is quite nice to do, actually. You get some very nice lean pieces, and just take that and shake your bacon inside. That's it. Shake those pieces of bacon inside there. That's it. That's all of those little bits of bacon go in there. Very, very nice indeed. Beautiful. There you go. All right, and here we are. Get your frying pan here and pop down there. That's very good indeed. And pop that on. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see. Yes, love. Yes. And so what do you call this pan?
Oh. Oh, that's the wok.
That's the wok, isn't it? Yes, and that's the frying pan, but no problem at all. All you've got to do is pour that in there like that. That's the idea. And you've already got some oil in there. There's no problem. You can heat that one up. Let's get the other one on here. That's it. Let's just pop that on there. Pop that in the front. You're doing very well. I mean, anybody can make that kind of mistake. Okay. And then I want you to pick up your cabbage for me. You've got your cabbage? That's okay. Now look what Ainsley's doing here. You're breaking that out. You're breaking pieces of that out. One of the reasons I'm doing that, because it's easier to hold. It's easier to sort of grab hold of after that. And very slowly, look here, very slowly, just running the knife down there like that, so you get some nice little even pieces. When you get going, you can really start to sort of fly away like this and do some nice things there. But slowly to start with, nice and slowly, that's what we're talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm using, as you can see, a nice bit of white cabbage here. You don't need to use white cabbage, green cabbage, perhaps you've got some nice green, spring greens, whatever you've got. You know, that's like that cabbagey type thing you can use in this. Use things up that you've got in the fridge there. Take them out and just sort of chop them up and pop them into your champ. Okay, a little bit of a cut there. And then you can pick up your cabbage and pop in with your bacon. With your lardons or your bacon, that will stop that spitting almost instantly. That's okay. Now you've got a wooden spoon there, and you can give that a little bit of a stir. But if you like Ainsley, he likes a good toss. There you go. That's it. Now what we're going to do, in order to get a little bit of flavour into that lovely buttery flavour, you've got lots of knobs of butter there. Pick up a knob of butter, and that just goes in and dollop into your pan with it. That's it. Now look at you already, guys. Look what you've achieved here. You've got 1, 2, and you're about to use 3 pans here. Not intimidating, because it's all controlled heat. Same for you at home. You know, you can be busy. The stove can have a few things on it, but you always feel in control, and that's always done by the heat, all right? There you go. Very, very nice indeed, guys. Ainsley's very, very impressed so far. Now, we've got a bit of fish here. I'd like you to pick up your fish for me. That's okay. Now, have a little bit of a look there. Look at that skin. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Any ideas what fish we're dealing with here? Karen and Sharon?
Cod.
Hmm?
Cod.
Cod. Ainsley mentioned that at the top of the show. It's amazing how many people don't pay attention. It's a lovely fresh bit of cod. Let's season it up first before it goes into the pan. First we got here, let me just turn that down a little bit of Susie salt. What goes on top of Susie salt? Percy pepper. Yes, a good bit of Percy pepper. And there he is. Oh, yes indeed. There we are. Nice bit of Percy. Very nice indeed. Now we're going to take our fish, and I just want you to, because all we're going to be doing here is just giving a bit of crispiness to our fish. So I want you to take just a little bit of that oil there, and look, you can talk to it. Little bit of cod. I'm going to give you just a small little drizzle of olioro. That's it. Talk to your fish.
Little cod, I'm going to give you some olive oil. I've done it.
Did you talk to it?
I didn't.
All right, then apologise and say it again.
Sorry.
Sorry to the fish. That's it, love. That pan is hot. What are we going to do? Into that pan. There it is. Look at that. Instantly you put that in there. That will get lovely and crispy. That's what we're looking for. All right? Beautiful. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, you're fine. In you go there. In you go. That's it. That's just sizzling away there. Hey, Julie. Oh, I tell you. I mean, you say you're quite a good cook. How do you think Karen's doing so far?
I'm amazed.
Yeah? I mean, she's followed the instructions quite well, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She's been very, very good in it. That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And what about her technique in the kitchen at home? Is it any good, or does she just not go in there?
Cack-handed cake.
Cack-handed cake. Cack-handed cake. That's what they're calling you. Cack-handed cake.
I know.
Yeah? Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How are you doing here?
I'm all
very,
right.
very good indeed. Hey, what can I say, Lindsay? What do you think so far?
Not much.
Not much? No? Do you think, well, no, I mean, she's getting there, isn't she?
Eventually.
Eventually? Yeah, you just think that perhaps she's...
going to burn it.
Yeah? You think so?
Colourful.
Yeah? Oh, dear. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on her then, won't we? We'll have to keep an eye on her, my darling. OK. All right, so lovely. That's it, having a little bit of a toss there, looking very nice. That's a nice little glaze there. Oh, yours is lovely and black, isn't it? Oh, lovely. Lovely little black bits in there. That's very nice. Oh, beautiful. Oh, lovely.
I turned it down.
You have turned it down. A bit late, though, I think, didn't you? That's it, not to worry. All right, then, turn it really down nice and low. OK, girls, once you've done that, you've got your palette knife in your little well there. Let's whip over those fish. That's it. Look at that crispiness. Look what Ainsley's talking about, that lovely crispiness of the fish. That's what it's all about. Can you see that instantly? Isn't that beautiful? That's lovely, that lovely crispiness of the fish there. That makes all the difference. All right, then, once you've turned that over, what Ainsley wants you to do, once again there, is lift it up now, take that fish, pop it onto your plate there, that's ready, and then we're going to sit that into the oven. Now, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, fish takes no time to cook at all. It's one of the most nutritious forms of food possible. You buy it, it's got all of that lovely, all those essential ingredients in there, nutrients are in there. So when you go to your fishmonger, do ask about things and do ask, say, I like it filleted, I want the bones taken out, because I know a lot of people don't like the bones in there. OK, guys, pick up that fish for me. That's it, pick up your fish, turn it round, and I want you to give it the swivel. We're going over to the oven now to keep it warm. Give it the Ainsley swiggle now. Come on, girl, that's it. Shake that up there, shake it up. That's it, open the oven door and slide that fish in and say, you keep nice and warm.
You keep nice and warm.
You keep nice and warm.
That's it, you talk to your fish, that's what I like. OK, very soon we're going to be making a sauce in the pan that we had our fish in. But over here, where the potatoes are boiling, I want to add these. Any idea what we've got here, girls?
Spring onions.
Spring onions, absolutely. Chop them up nice and roughly. Just chop them up. And this is what normally goes into champ. We fry this off. We're not going to bother. We don't want another saucepan on the stove. I just want you to chop all that up and put that into the potato water, because the potatoes are almost cooked. So we're just going to bleed that. And not only will that give it that lovely spring onion flavour, it will also bring out the colour. As long as you don't boil that for too much, it really brings out the beautiful colour of the spring onion. Really gives it a bright green colour. That's very, very nice indeed. Let's have a look how you're doing. That's it. In you go in there. Fantastic. Very, very nice indeed. Beautiful. That's it. Those potatoes are absolutely perfect there. Very nice indeed. Now, your other pan. Remember your other pan there, girls. Let's get some butter in there. There goes the butter into your frying pan, along with your chopped shallots. I've got a couple of shallots in there, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you get a large one, just chop it up, sprinkle that in, and that shallot into the pan. That's it. And then I want you to pick up your white wine for me, girls. Pick out your white wine out of the well. That's okay. That's it. And look at the movement Ainsley's doing now. Look at this movement. Come on, copy the movement first. Get the movement right. And as you feel confident, you're really rolling, start to drizzle in some wine. That's what we like. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's okay. That's it. Just let that wine simmer on down there. That's beautiful. Oh, love, yeah. Very nice indeed. Now, that happens, okay. It's only burning off the alcohol. Let's get some wine in there. There we are. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I'm glad you switched that. Yeah, I'm glad you have switched it off, love. Look at this, look.
They're the worst bits. There's some green bits there.
Yeah, are there really? Oh, silly Ainsley didn't notice. There's some green bits in there. Oh, well, you could have fooled me, love. Oh, dear. Green bits. No. Charred and black and stuff like that, eh? Not to worry. All right, then, let's switch off your tatties and let's drain those off. Now, you've all got your colanders already in the sink. I am going, let's just get that. Might be a little bit hot, that handle, girl, so use a cloth to pick that up. I'll go to the red sink this morning. Ooh. Here we are, and that's it. And look what I'm doing here. You put your colander in there. Your colanders are already in the sink, girls. Pour your potatoes in there and shake your pan out like this. Nothing like a good shake, is there, Lindsay? That's it. There we are. Shake that in there like that. That's it. Then you can just lift that up. Look at me all the time using my cloth and back on there like that. That's what I'm... Can you do that for me, please, Sharon? Now, your pan here with your shallots in there. Not only have you got your white wine in there, you can move that to the front if you want now, girls. I don't mind. That's okay, boil that away, and we've also got some stock here. Okay, just a little bit of stock. So once again, in there, yeah, I want to stucky up, stucky up. Stucky up, stucky up. Let me hear you.
Yeah,
stucky up, stucky up, stucky up. Early in the morning. Yeah, there you go. Lovely, 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 lovely. Very, very good indeed. Lovely. Now, girls, look what Ainsley's doing here. He's taking the tatties and he's shaking them back into the saucepan. Let's get rid of that. Shake those tatties back into the saucepan for me. Very, very nice indeed. look here, we've got the masher. I want you to mash them down. Remember, we're mashing them down with all the skin here, ladies and gentlemen. That is the difference here this morning. Champ with the skin, just mashing that down like that. Beautiful, absolutely lovely. And as you mash down, I want you to get just a little bit more of that butter there and pop in there a dollop. That's it, pop that in there for Ainsley. Just mash that down, give that a little bit of a mix. Now that's fantastic. Okay, here we are, there's your cream. Take hold of your cream for me. Your cream's just there. You've also got your cream down there, Sharon and Karen. Here we go, hand out to the side and up and down. That's it, let's get the boppy movement going now. There we are. Aduba, 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 aduba. That's very nice indeed. Just enough to give it that lovely creamy consistency. Look at that, absolutely perfect. Now we want to make our sauce a little bit sharper. We've got the white wine in there. It's reduced down to make it a little bit sharper. Here we are.
I did it in the wrong
Take
one.
that.
So
you what, darling?
I did it in the wrong one.
You did the what?
I put the cream in the potatoes.
Oh, you put the cream in the potatoes? Why was that then?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do I know?
No, I don't think you do either.
No, that's two of us. It doesn't matter, does it, eh? Well, it might be a little bit sloppy, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll pour some in there then, my darling. Adupa, 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 adupa. That's very nice indeed. Okay, and then pick up your lemon juice. This will also help thicken it. Grab your lemon, and you know what Ainsley likes? He said, I'm gonna squeeze that juice.
I'm gonna squeeze
that juice. I'm gonna make it loose.
Gonna make it loose.
Okay, girls, that's fantastic. All I want you to do now is put a little bit of Susie salt into your sauce. What goes on top of Susie salt?
Percy pepper.
Yeah! Oh, he's featuring a lot this morning. Percy's never been in and out so much this morning. Look at him. There we are, a little bit of Percy pepper. Very, very nice indeed. Fantastic. Really coming towards the end now, everybody. What I want you to do is go underneath. I want you to bring up your tray here. Look, under your tables, there's a tray there. That's okay. And inside that nest, I want you to fill that with the potato. Pop that potato in there, making sure that the nest is already, that ring I should say, has already been greased. That would allow the potato to be released. That's beautiful. You've already got a palette knife there. Just smoothing that across there. Pushing down if you can first, and then smoothing that in. If a little bit goes over the edge, that's not important. Pop that back inside your pan. This is it. Beautiful. Really just settling on top there like that. Let's go over and get our fish out of the ovens. It's only warming, remember. There's hardly any cooking going on there at all now. A little bit of juice running out of our fish. Absolutely perfect. Fantastic. Look what Ainsley's doing here. He's taking some of those lovely chopped chives there, ladies and gentlemen, and just sprinkling that into my sauce. Let's get the plates now, and let's start to set this up. That's okay. Beautiful. Yeah. That's getting a bit tacky, that, isn't it, darling? It's supposed to be a cream sauce.
I'll put a bit more cream in it.
I think you better put a lot more cream in it, didn't you? Go on then, in you go, yeah. Pour that in a bit more, darling. Always be a bit more liberal. That's it, my love. That's beautiful. Stir that in, and then turn that heat right down now. Let's start to pile it up, girls. Now, first of all, you want to stack up some of your beautiful stirred fried bacon there with your cabbage. Just pull that out there like that, and try and nestle that in the middle of your plate. That's what we're talking about. Nestling it. Don't be too elaborate there. That's it. Just pop that into the middle. That's fantastic. That's going to be followed by your potato that just sits on the top. Look what Ainsley's doing here. Sliding that underneath, and on it goes like that. There it goes on, and just easing that out. Watch it, watch it. Look at that potato coming out all by itself. Look at that, pushing down as you go. That sits on top of there absolutely perfectly. And then pick up your fish. That's it, and just nestle that on the top there like that. Ainsley's going to use both pieces there. Just nestle that very gently on the top. That looks beautiful. That's it, yeah, all right, Oh, round of applause here, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause here. Okay, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Is he going to come out here? Yes! There you go, absolutely fantastic. Looking brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Ainsley's very impressed. There you go. Okay, look what he's done there. Get your fish, sit that on the top there. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, do what you wish there. There we are. Ainsley just wants a little bit just to nestle across there like that. Not going too bad there. They're just across the front. And then put the rest of that sauce, some of that sauce just around your plate there, girls. Any way you want, just nestle that around there, just to make it really look like it's appetizing and you just can't wait to sit down and get in there and have a good old nosh. That's what it's all about. That's absolutely perfect. Just look at that. Beautiful. And then I've got some more chives here that I just like to sort of do a little bit of a swivel there and just sitting those on the top there like that, just to finish that off. Beautiful, beautiful indeed. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Just feast your eyes on that. If I'm not mistaken, it must be time to tickle those taste buds! Come on then, girls, bring in those culinary lights, Judy and Lindsay. That's okay. Oh, she was restricting you there when she popped them down there, my love. Now, come on, Lindsay, what do you think of Sharon's effort this morning?
Better than I expected.
Yeah?
But I really don't taste it.
You don't want to taste it?
No.
Well, you've got to, though, haven't you? You've come onto the show. Now, don't worry, Ainsley will be kind to you. He won't put too many burnt bits in your mouth.
Thank you.
The idea is I want you to get nice sort of the flavour, the balance of flavour between the potato, the fish, and, of course, the black cabbage. Not to worry. Whip on the blindfolds. The truth is in the tasting. Now, what do you think here?
I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah?
Gobsmacked.
Totally gobsmacked?
Totally gobsmacked, yeah.
Yeah? She's done a good job there?
She's cooking dinner tomorrow now.
Yeah? This is it. Oh, yes. Oh, I'll tell you what, Karen, she wants you in the kitchen. Well, the truth's in the tasting. Whip on that blindfold for me, darling. You well covered up there, Lindsay? Okay, how you doing?
Okay.
All right, that's it. Come, just stand there a little bit closer there. We don't know which one we're going to be going for first here. That's it, picking up that fork. All right, having a little bit of a taste. Okay. Now, coming to you first, Lindsay. Open up, my darling. And this is number one. Beautifully taken, absolutely lovely. That's okay, a little bit of fishy there. Open up nice and wide for Ainsley. And try that. That's it. Did you get some fishy there? Yes, you're chewing away beautifully. Keep thinking about the flavours. Keep thinking about what Ainsley has popped into your mouth and whether you'd like it or not. That's what the most important thing is here. That's it. Very, very nice indeed. And open up. Here's number two. Beautiful. Well taken. That's very, very nice indeed. Here we are. And then moving across to the next one. Here we are. There's a serviette there for you, love. There we are. Open up. There we are, my darling. Beautiful. Have a little bit of a taste of that. Now keep thinking about the flavours that you've got in your mouth. Here's your serviette too. Okay, girls. There we are. Look. Take off your blindfolds. That's okay. Beautiful. Now it's decision time. Coming first to you, Lindsay. Was it number one or number two that titillated your chumpy chump taste bud? Number... Ooh, there's a bin over here, love. Here, excuse me. Yeah. That's okay. No problem at all. Well done, well done, well done. Now, was it number one or number two that titillated your chumpy chump?
Number one.
Number one. And why was that?
Broke a tooth, I think.
Number two. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's winner is Karen! Oh, yes, indeed! Oh, come a little bit closer, Karen, and come here, Julie. Now, Karen, you did it very, very well there. You paid attention to it. A little bit quiet, but you were concentrating. And sometimes I like that, you know. It means that you really do care about what you want to do, and you really wanted to impress your friend Judy, and I think she was very, very impressed. So, we'd send you home with a chef's hat and jacket, a chopping board and a chopping knife, pan and cookery books. Will you do some cooking for us?
I will do now.
Yeah, okay, well done you, fantastic. And look what I've got for you. A lovely bottle of champagne, which I'm sure you're going to share with your friend. Thanks for bringing her along, and thanks for inspiring her, because I think with your sort of confidence and drive, she really did produce some lovely food. Well done. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful. Now, come here, Sharon and Lindsay. Now, look at you. Now, Sharon, what did you do wrong? Nothing, basically. You just left that heat a little bit high, didn't you? The sauce was fine, but once you get that little burny taste in food, it really does penetrate it, you know, right through. And, of course, you nearly broke lovely Julie's tooth there, because I think a bit of the bacon got a bit too crispy and hard. Do you know what I mean? But don't worry about that, my darling. You had a go. So you also go home with our chef's jacket and hat and some cookery books to inspire you in the kitchen. Well done, you. Wonderful. Lovely bottle of champagne for you, Lindsay. Thanks for bringing her along. Thanks for being a taste contestant and giving us a bit of your charm. It was wonderful. Thanks a lot. Round of applause here, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful. Hey, that's all we've got time for this morning, but do soon join us here for more fun in the kitchen right here on Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye!
The tense Friday final of Pass the Buck is just 5 minutes away here on BBC One. Taste and decency could go out of the window in half an hour if Eric Knowles manages to slip into a Victorian women's bathing costume, and then surviving in extreme climates with Ray Mears in the weather show 10 to 1.
Jim gets in a spin this Saturday night in the Generation Game at 6. It's unpredictable, it's live, and it's Noel's house party at 7. At 7:45, the National Lottery draw is a rollover with an estimated jackpot of £13 million. Entertainment for Saturday on BBC One.
With a news update now on BBC One, Fiona Bruce.
Good morning. Rover's owners, BMW, say a deal has been agreed to keep the company's car factory at Longbridge in Birmingham open. Unions are said to have accepted a package of redundancies, possibly as many as 2,000, together with new working practices.
After months of uncertainty and finally a marathon meeting with top BMW management, a deal has now been struck to save the huge Longbridge Rover car factory. The deal, which will secure the future of thousands of jobs, is aimed at cutting production costs to make the plant more competitive. It will mean around 2,500 redundancies and also the introduction of much more flexible working practices and wages. As far as the workers are concerned, the deal is the only way to save their jobs, and it's likely most will accept.
We've just been advised that there is an agreement and probably say yes.
Anything's going to be better than losing your job, isn't it?
We need security. Most of us got families, and at the end of the day, you've got to have a job.
The union has given us all a letter saying we advise you accept it, but they haven't told us what it is that's been proposed.
Those proposals, if accepted in a ballot of all 39,000 Rover workers, will mean BMW investing heavily in the Birmingham plant to build the new Mini. The deal, which is also subject to approval by the BMW Board of Management, will also be welcome news to thousands more people whose jobs rely on the Rover plant.
The Prime Minister Tony Blair has arrived in South Wales for his first visit since the Principality voted yes in the devolution referendum last year. He was greeted by the new Welsh Secretary, Alan Michael. Mr Blair is also expected to meet the MP Rhodri Morgan, the other main candidate for First Secretary of the Welsh Assembly. Chile's Foreign Minister arrives in Britain today to press for the release of General Pinochet. In Chile, some 50 people were arrested during protests outside the British ambassador's residence.
Chile's Foreign Minister, José Miguel Insulza, once an exile from General Pinochet, is now arguing for his release. In flying to London, he ignored a call by some right-wingers for a boycott of British companies. In a letter sent to the Times in London, a leading Anglo-Chilean called for the General's release.
It's an unnecessary moment, and we certainly would like to see the situation resolved as quickly as possible, and really the only way to resolve it, looked at from this perspective here in Chile, is the return of General Pinochet to Chile.
The pro-Pinochet demonstrations have continued near the British ambassador's residence. The mainly young demonstrators were probably outnumbered by police. One of those picked up was the General's grandson, but this Pinochet argued his way out and was not arrested.
A spokesman for Boris Yeltsin announced today that Mr Yeltsin suffered several heart attacks during his campaign for the Russian presidency in 1996. At the time, the Kremlin said that he had a sore throat. Recently, Mr Yeltsin returned to hospital suffering from pneumonia, but this morning his spokesman insisted his condition was satisfactory and that he would be able to continue in office until the end of his term. That's it. The next news is the 1 o'clock news.
Good morning. BMW has confirmed that it has reached agreement with unions at Rover on the future of the Longbridge plant in Birmingham, saving 12,000 jobs. Union officials say the offer has to go to the Joint Negotiating Committee before it can be put to the workforce. If accepted, the deal will mean the loss of up to 3,000 jobs and the introduction of more flexible working conditions. A new mail centre will be opened today in Wolverhampton by the Speaker of the House of Commons, Betty Boothroyd. The £34 million site was needed after a 50% increase in the amount of mail in the area. Royal Mail have discussed an agreement with unions that ensures no redundancies in Stoke-on-Trent will be necessary after services there have been moved to the new site. And finally, the A449 in Worcestershire is to be the first place to have in Britain to have intelligent high-tech cat's eyes. The solar-powered road studs, which are sensitive to weather conditions, are being used as part of a major scheme to improve safety on the road between Kidderminster and Worcester. Well, in our lunchtime news, why there's an explosion of real cat's eyes in the Midlands. That's at 1:30, but now here's John Kettley with the weather forecast.
Hello again. Well, it's been bitterly cold over a large part of continental Europe in the past few days, and that blue area, if anything, is going to become more extensive and start to spread westwards again through the weekend into next week, so always posing a threat of some colder weather for southeastern Britain. So severe frost to come here, more sleet and snow as well, no doubt, and indeed we can see the band of cloud which is affecting the British Isles at the moment darting southwards across France, giving some pretty wet conditions during this afternoon. Now, there's been a sprinkle of snow, as I say, across many places. That's seen in St Moritz in Switzerland this morning, and that's good news, of course, for the skiing fraternity. Now, in the Mediterranean, it's hardly holiday weather. You can see a crop of storms here around Sicily and into Malta too, and those storms associated with that area of low pressure will be pretty extensive as we go through this weekend, so it's pretty unsettled across a large part of Europe. Only up in the northeast there, where it's bitterly cold, of course, will it be guaranteed to stay dry. Now, we've got some outbreaks of rain spilling eastwards at the moment. It's been fizzling out, that rain, as it's moved across the country this morning, but having said that, wet and windy weather will return to northwest Ireland and through to western Scotland later on this afternoon. Very misty around these western coasts and hills with further pockets of drizzle in the wind. And then tonight we'll find that heavier burst of rain pushing eastwards across into central parts and then clearing away from East Anglia and the southeast during Saturday afternoon. Clear away following from the west, but even so, there will be some heavy and rather blustery showers following into western Scotland and Northern Ireland in particular. Temperatures holding up pretty well tonight, but down to 4, I would think, across in Northern Ireland. A reminder about the weather show then, where we look at extreme weather conditions with Ray Mears. Cheerio.
It's the moment they've all been waiting for, Friday's Big Bug Game, coming next here on BBC One.
There's heart-rending drama this Saturday night in Casualty.
What are you going to do to my baby? Ow!
Jill needs first aid in airport at 8:55.
I'm going to just die. Ow!
And at 9:25, the trap is set in The X-Files. A dangerous Saturday night on BBC One.
Looking back, right, you got to laugh at some of the gear I was wearing.
From humble beginnings.
When I was a kid, I was the kind of lad my mum didn't want me to play with.
To his big break in television.
The producer put together me and a man I've grown to love, the great JV. I'm not saying he's wooden, but he uses furniture polish for makeup.
He's inspired generations.
Great old institution that's been running for almost 30 years, longer than my marriage is put together.
Jim Davidson so far tonight, 10:20 on BBC One.
This is the show all about me.
One last chance to play for the big one now on BBC One in Pass the Buck.